honestly, some stuff is just junk. Hi everybody, welcome back. Today, I want to share with you some of the stuff that I no longer buy or I have reduced significantly. Gone are the days that I torture my feet. I no longer buy uncomfortable shoes. I used to laugh at my mom like, oh my god, those are ugly looking shoes. My mom would say, oh, they're so comfortable. Now I get what she means. I don't wear stiletto heels anymore. No more those high school days. This is probably my max. Now I just wear sneakers, my slippers, my Oran sandals, like totally flat. I also don't buy decorations anymore. Or I think I've cut down like 90%. Maybe I'll buy a balloon here and there. I haven't actually bought any, Chinese New Year decorations, Christmas decorations. I keep reusing whatever I have. I used to be such a decorator, especially Christmas. I get all excited with all the different ornaments that they put out every year. And I realized I was collecting quite a bit of it and was collecting dust because you only use it once a year. I also don't buy cutesy jewelry anymore. When I was young, I used to really like all kinds of cute things like a pair of cat earrings, maybe from Pandora, all kinds of charms. I think in the past few years, I have significantly stopped. Pandora, I give an exception. Only if I go traveling to a special place, I do buy one piece if it's a place that I've never been. But that's about it. I used to be really crazy about Pandora and Thomas Sabo, all the cute charms. But now I have a collection and I don't feel the need to add anymore. And I no longer search them out. I guess this cutesy jewelry also ties in a little bit with my stop shopping journey, which I have a video coming up about that. But yes, this cutesy jewelry is sort of like fast fashion jewelry or costume jewelry, so don't really look out for them anymore. I've also 99% stopped buying any kind of travel souvenirs. So when I go traveling last time, I used to buy all kinds of things that are locally made, locally this, found there, accessory here, but every time I bring it back, I just don't display them and they just sit there and become junk. That 1% that I buy every time I go and travel is either a magnet or one very specific Pandora charm. If I love the place enough, I might consider it. But other than that, I have stopped buying all kinds of decorations, local ornaments, stuff like that, because every time I bring them home, they end up becoming junk in the house. Sticking with the travel theme, I also used to buy a lot of things for the trip. So when I plan a trip, I get very excited. One of the things that I love to prepare for the trip is to buy stuff for the trip. I don't know if you guys have this situation where if I'm going to a new place, I always think, oh, I should wear this item or this dress or bring this kind of clothing or bring this pair of shoes. And I get into this zone of shopping for the trip. I no longer do this. I only buy necessities right now. So if I need an extra toothbrush, and I'll buy a toothbrush. If I need a jacket, I don't need any jackets. But if I need one, I will go out and buy that. But now for trips, I bring the most readiest stuff, old clothes, I'll bring one or two nice tops. But I no longer go and make the effort to buy special things for traveling. A little bit of luxury. If you follow me for a while, you know that I no longer buy twirlies and bag accessories for my luxury bags. So when it comes to, accessorizing the bag, I have taken a big step back. I don't buy them anymore. I have so many twirlies, not as many as some people who really collect twirlies, but I have enough to last me a lifetime. Some of the twirlies that I keep using, I can see them breaking apart. The silk is fraying a little bit. So I guess that's with wear and I'm okay with that. I'm not going to collect more and more just for the pattern. And similarly with bag charms, that's something like a no-no for me anymore. I've learned my lesson with expensive bag charms as well as cheaper bag charms. Any kind of accessory for my bag is no. The next few examples are things I don't buy anymore out of habit. So the first is I don't buy extras anymore. Kind of like a stockpile in the house. But now I no longer do that because firstly, you got to store them. They're sitting there for like 1, 2 months or 3 months or 4 months. And yes, you will use them. However, it's just sitting there. So for me right now, when I go out and buy, I don't buy the extra item. This mainly applies to my household items. At most, I would buy one extra if it's something that I would use within like a week or two. So maybe like those refillable stoves, then maybe I'll buy one extra just to save me that trip. But when I was younger, I used to buy like 4 or 5 packets, just keep them in the house. But then, yes, I will use them eventually, but I just felt like, you're storing up space. Then you've got so many of just many items. So yeah, I don't buy extras anymore. I used to get so excited for samples, and I would buy something just to get the samples. So now I don't do that anymore. In fact, when I get offered samples, I think really hard if I want it, because I don't want that kind of waste, because I feel that I don't use the samples. And sometimes the packet of samples that they give a lot of things, and a lot of it I may not use, and there you go, waste. One thing that I don't do anymore is buy items for samples or buy additional items to add together so that I can get samples. That's one thing that I totally have stopped doing. This actually applies across the board, not only skincare and makeup, sometimes household items. They'll tell you, buy this to get this. And unless I really want to try this item, or I find it very useful in my house, I may consider, but otherwise I won't get tempted to buy this to get this, or buy 2 toilet paper rolls to get this. Even for clothes, sometimes they'll tell you buy this item and get a free bag. All this free stuff, free samples, yeah, it doesn't attract me anymore. It's just very wasteful. In the same theme of samples, one of the things that I don't buy anymore, or I try to avoid, is sample sets. When I was younger, I used to think, oh, we should just get the sample set and try. But 9 times out of 10, I would probably only like 1 item or maybe 2 items if it's like a set of 5. There'll always be some kind of cleanser or some kind of wipe, and I realized that it's also waste. I prefer to just buy the item that I want, and if I can, I'll buy it in a smaller size. And finally, the last thing that I don't buy anymore is extra clothes to get discount. Nowadays, it's a very common thing that you see. Buy 1 piece, get 20%. Buy 2 piece, get 30%. Usually with clothes. Even with some makeup items and maybe some household items, you also see this. Buy 1 pillow for 10%. Buy 2 pillows, you get 30% or something like that. I always take a step back. Do I want that extra item? Do I want to pay more just to get the discount? If you work it out, you say, oh, actually I'm saving more, but you actually in total pay more. I feel a bit forced to buy the second item. So end up, I'll just say, you know what, I'll just take the 10% for that 1 item. And the salespeople will be like, you know what, you should buy 2. You get 30%, much more value. So yeah, one thing that I don't buy is that extra piece or that extra 2 pieces just to get a higher discount. Unless I really like many pieces or clothing in a shop, or many pieces of that item, or I feel like, oh, that's okay because I will use it eventually, I may consider. But coming back to my first point where I don't buy a lot of extras, I guess it's all in this realm of how they trick me into buying, and I just don't want to fall into it. So yeah, those are the things that I don't buy anymore, and I also out of habit don't do anymore, because I'm trying to be a bit more mindful. But out of just growing up, I guess I just don't like to do it anymore. Let me know in the comment section, what are the things that you don't buy anymore, or what are habits that you have already changed as part of your buying? Let me know, because maybe there are some things that I also should stop buying. Don't talk about luxury, because that's like a totally different topic. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe. Click that subscribe button, click that bell as well, and yeah, everybody take care, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!